school board, running for school board is kind of important. Let's not leave out our schools because Goals 2000 is just about destroyed us, so go ahead.
Yeah. There's a lot of school districts that have that are using biometrics. We talked about real ID and things like that. At Bryant, where I went to high school, and there's a lot of other schools that are doing it too. I believe Mayflower is doing it. There's some other schools that are doing it. The kids, how they pay for lunch is they pay it on we used to pay the lunch lady and they give us our change. Well, what they do now is they put it on an account. They go pay the office or whatever, and they put it on an account. And how the kids pay for it is they come up and they put their thumbprint. They have a thumbprint scanner, and they thumbprint. Yes, this is true. True story. Thumbprint, and that's how they pay for lunch. Other schools they use like a 10 key punch. You put your 4-digit PIN number in there, and that's how you pay. Well, at Bryant, Mayflower, there's a few other schools. You use your thumbprint, and I've gone to the school board twice and complained about that last year, and they just look at me and say, "Okay, thank you, Mr. White, and have a good day." And I talked to them about the Constitution, search and seizure. What if this information? You keep this information. Who destroys the information? Well, we destroy. Well, what about the information that's leaked? Every now and then, the Arkansas information database, they leaked a bunch of people's personal information. If you've ever had to do a background check, so If you want your kids to be thumbprinted, this is where they're going, and this is happening in Arkansas. I think there are 7 school districts.
Yeah.
So right now, the lady that's up for re-election is the president of the school board, Rhonda Sanders. If anyone lives in the Bryant School District, not just Saline County, the Bryant School District, if you know anyone that's interested in running for school board in the Bryant School District, I can get the information about I know in Sheridan School District where I live, you have to have 60 signatures. And they give you like 30 days to do it, but it's not too late, at least in Sheridan School District. I don't know how Bryant operates, but I need to call them. But if you know anyone that's interested in running for school board, the school board elections are in September, and you gather like 60 signatures, and then you're on the ballot. And like I said, they're serious about this. I've gone in there, complained twice. They just look at me, "See you later, Mr. White. Hey, thanks for your time. Thanks for chewing us out about this stuff. Have a good day." They have absolutely no intention of changing the system. They have absolutely no intention of listening. So there's 5 members on the Bryant School Board. I think if we can get one elected who has this agenda, I think that'll make a serious impact. And of course, their terms come up. We have one coming up. Rhonda Sanders is this year. Next year is another lady, and they each annually they have an election, school board election. So if you know anyone that's interested in running for Bryant School Board, please let me know, or Jeannie know, because I'm certainly willing to knock over doors. My daughter goes to Bryant School District, and now they tell you can opt out of it, but I don't know how many parents actually know that this is going on. I don't think they're I put this on Facebook and they're like, what are you talking about, Alex? You're just making this stuff up. No, I'm not making this stuff up. It is a thumbprint scan. That's how they pay for lunch. So anyway, thanks. Yes, ma'am.
Can individual school districts change that, or does it come from the?
No, ma'am. It's individual school districts. Like I said, Sheridan, where my girlfriend's kids go to school, they just put in a 4-digit PIN number, and that's it. So there's like 7 school districts in Arkansas that are using this, and I suspect that there's going to be more of a change, to move in that direction.
Hey, Alex.
Yes, ma'am.
My granddaughter
Yeah.
goes to Bryant, and tell them what you do. Tell them.
No, you do put your thumb on the scanner.
Yes.
And
That's how you. But my friend Brian Watney from Campaign for Liberty, he said that he found this out. He just happened to hear his son in the back seat talking about this. He said, "Whoa! What's thumbprint? What are you talking about?" Yeah. We put our thumbprint down there. They don't think anything of it. And the school board is not. They're not sending out letters. "Hey, this is what we're doing, please." Yeah, they did it a couple of years ago, and this is we don't see anything wrong with it. So, you're a kook for bringing this to our attention, Mr. White. Thank you. So anyway, anybody, like I said, please contact me. Okay. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your time.